Hi folks, you're very welcome back to Shauna's Country. I'm now joined by a true country legend here in Ireland, the wonderful Mr. Roly Daniels. You're very welcome to Shauna's Country.
Hiya Shauna, thank you very much. I've been looking forward to talking to you.
Wow, thank you, Roly. So Roly, just to let us know, where did it all begin for you? What was your musical influences to get you involved with country?
Ever since I was growing up in school, I was born and raised in India.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And there was a program came on for maybe an hour from Radio Ceylon. It was Ceylon at the time, now it's Sri Lanka. But there was a program, and it's just a song. There was no such thing, I didn't know it as country, and it was just country music, country and western, they called it then. And I used to listen to whoever was on. There was all the old timers like the Hank Williams, Hank Snow, people like that, and I used to listen in. But I just loved the words, the words and the meaning through a whole lot. I was never one for gimmicks. I just loved good words from the heart.
Absolutely, with a real good story to the songs.
Yes, and that's the way I've always been.
Absolutely. Well, you seem to have the same passion, Roly, from you first began out in your musical career. You seem to really still enjoy it and being on stage. And are you busy as ever, Roly? Are you out performing a lot?
I'm trying not to be, but like I don't carry my own band anymore, which is a bit of a drawback because, you can always sound better, I think, when you have your own band. But no, I do a few gigs with the top bands, and when I get the offer to go in, and I try to make the best I can of the situation.
Absolutely.
But I'm busy enough, for an old timer like me. I think I'm doing more than I should be.
Well, Roly, after so many great hits you've had, Hello Darling and I Love You All My Life, all those great songs, if you had to pick one, which would be your favourite that you've recorded?
Oof, I suppose Hello Darling started it off for me. I mean, God, I can remember those days. We were finding it rough enough, but I was with a couple of pop bands before, and I didn't have too much say in my choice of material. But when I did get the chance, Hello Darling was the one I recorded, and that's what really gave me a real kickstart. And I'll always be grateful to the people for putting me there with that song. I've been looking for one ever since like it, but there you go.
Absolutely. Well, out of all the things you've done, all the events you've covered, and what would be the highlight to date, Roly? What would you have to say that would stand out?
Well, I suppose in the early 80s I was chosen to represent Ireland in Nashville at what was called the Fanfare Festival in those days.
Right.
It was in June, and it was huge, and I remember playing the Municipal Auditorium in Nashville, and I got a standing ovation.
My goodness.
And there must have been 10,000 people there, and the feeling now has never been matched.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that.
Have you performed in Nashville a lot, Roly?
No, I haven't. I've done a couple of tours over there, yes, with different people and performed, but never. I've been there. I was there about 2 years ago, and I worked with Billy Yates.
Oh, yeah.
He has an annual thing. We've all heard of Billy Yates.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He runs a show there called The Countryest of Country Music, and he has a whole lot of stars. A good few of the old Opry stars go on that, and he had me as a guest to do that, and he gave me a fantastic build-up, and I think it's on Facebook now, some of the things I've done with it, but he gave me a great shot, and he's a lovely guy, Billy Yates, so that was one of the trips I did.
Absolutely. I know that we played a video quite recently just of you and Derek Ryan, one of our Irish artists here, and you seem to have had a great time working with Derek Ryan. How was it?
He's a lovely guy, and to be perfectly honest, I think he was looking for an older guy. We talked about this earlier on, an older guy to do the bit that I'm doing, and I don't think he could have found anybody older. So
I have to say he's done a fantastic job, and a great song it is too, Roly.
We enjoyed it. We had a laugh,
Yeah.
And we talk now and again, and he's delighted with it. So
great. I know my mum and dad were huge fans, and growing up listening to your music, there was a song recently, Roly, quite recently you done a video for The Roses for Today. Can you tell me a wee bit about that song?
Do you know what? That was actually, I did a tour a good few years ago with Dee Riley. Remember Dee Riley? And we recorded a CD together, and somebody had come in on that tour to see Dee Riley. but he hadn't seen me before. And he came up to me after. He says, "I have a song for you." He says, "Will suit you down to the ground." And of course, I hear this all the time, you know. And he brought the CD in for me, and I don't know who it was that recorded it previously, but he gave it to me, and I took it home, and I forgot all about it.
Nice.
And for 2 years, I was sitting on it, you know. And then I was up in the attic where I have all my music stuff, and my good wife was downstairs in the bedroom or whatever, and I looked at this, and I just thought about it. I put it on, I played it, and my wife said to me, she says, "Who is that?" She says, "That's a terrific song." And I played it again. I said, "She's right." She usually is anyway, you know. So I put it on, and I said, "Damn it, that's a damn good song." For 2 years I sat on it.
Wow.
Can you believe it? And I recorded it, and thankfully it's done very well.
It has. We get a lot of requests for it, Roly, I have to say, on Shauna's Country, and we're going to give it a spin now. But I want to thank you so much for coming on and having a little chat with us, and Roly, we hope to see you very, very soon.
Well, all I can say is thank you very much. She's a beautiful lady, all you folks out there, and she does a hell of a job. No, thank you very much for having me on your show. It's a pleasure, a real, real pleasure.
Well, I think, Roly, just the video we just spoke about, I'd love you to introduce it for all the viewers at home, if you don't mind.
Well, if it's the one, the roses for today, is that the one?
That's it.
Well,
yeah.
That's the one I've done. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, don't laugh, but that is the first and only video I've ever done. And I should be kicked to the trousers for getting another one. People have told me I should get.
Yeah, get
so
plenty
maybe
more.
I will.
Yeah, you will.
Maybe I will.
You
You never know. Before I kick the bucket.
Well, take it away, Roly, if you can introduce it for all the viewers then.
Well, this one is for all of you, and thank you very much for all the help that you've given me all through the years. I do hope you like the song. The rose is for today.
I surprised her at work today and brought her a red rose, and for an hour we slipped away and had lunch just for two. Well, no, I didn't get the job today, so that new dress will have to wait. And though she planned to wear it Sunday, she just smiled and said okay. She knows the rose is for today, but my love is for always. And a rose is all I can give till better times come our way. She knows I'll still be needing her long after all the petals fade. The rose is for today, but my love is for always. When we're home and the day is done, she holds me close 'cause she knows I'm down, talking low and letting feelings show. She says my love is all that counts, but I want a mansion to shelter her. And babe, we'll have it all someday. For every petal on that red rose, I promise you a bouquet. She knows the rose is for today, but my love is for always. And a rose is all I can give till better times come our way. the petals fade. The rose is for today, but my love is for always. The rose is for today, but my love is for always.